master sergeant. Speaks 5 languages. He was over 500 enlisted. So intelligent family, but on one side of the family, the guys kind of got. Well, my grandfather got drafted into World War II, and my uncle got drafted into the Vietnam War.
So then, what steered you to the streets then?
I mean, hell, what steers most black boys to the streets? You grow up in the hood, you grow up amongst your peers. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, it was different then because you were just growing up around friends. Everybody knew each other, so it was more like a family in the neighborhoods, like most hoods are. Like you talk about any hood from here in San Antonio, East Terrace, Rigsby, Sutton Homes, all of them were like families. Like everybody knew each other. Everybody knew each other. Everybody knew each other's name. Most people was related to each other. All the beef started with the colors came out in '91, and here we are today.
Yeah, my co-host said that. He said that colors was the
it was a set off. That was a set off. Shit, we had the murder capital for I think it was 91, 92. Mm-hmm. San Antonio. Mm. I mean, it is the 7th largest city, so.
I mean, fast forward to today. We still seem to have all these same issues, and
no,
boys,
we got worse issues.
We have worse. Okay.
We have worse issues. So I mean, difference back then is, like I said, it was families and hoods. Now all of the hoods are split up, and everybody's every fucking way. Mm-hmm. So nobody knows each other. So nobody can call and say, "Hey man, little Tony down the street, he tripping." Mm-hmm. Can't nobody call and check nothing. Can't nobody say, "Hey, look, pull him to the side. Pull his coattail and give him a little bit of game." Whether he listen or not, that's gonna be on him. But at least somebody to give it to him. Now you just got a bunch of crash test dummy stuff going on, and a lot of it's because of the music. Hell, the music tell you just keep a gun with you all the time. So mm-hmm. if everybody run around with guns, and half of these guys, well, not even half. Let's tell the truth. 80% of us was raised by single moms, and 80% of them is raised by single moms. So if you only got mama to look at, you're gonna have some feminine tendencies. Mm-hmm. I had some of my own that I had to break out of, and prisoner wiped that about your ass real quick.
Yeah. What were some of the situations that you may have gotten into that you say wiped that up out of you?
Well, I mean, part of my issue was I was quick to temper, like mm-hmm. and when you quick to temper in a feminine mind state, you don't have no thought of the consequences of it. So you just go off and just do some shit, and then be like, "Oh shit, why did I do that in front of 50 people and 25 of them ain't my friends?" Mm. Then you wonder why somebody told you can't be like, "Oh, y'all snitching." No, it ain't everybody that wasn't involved. Some people just innocent bystanders. Mm-hmm. We understand that the older people that have been in the streets because we had codes. You wasn't gonna drive down the street and see your ops, as they call them now, and they walking with their kids or they walking with their grandma or something like that. Niggas ride by, roll the window down and be like, "You got away today." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You give a pass. Ain't no passes being given out now.
This is so serious.
Now so they kill everybody. Mm-hmm. Bystanders, the parents, cousins, grandfathers. It doesn't matter who it is. If they see you, it's on sight. They don't think nothing about all these Ring cameras on everybody's house. And then wonder, how did I get busted? Well, if 1 out of every 3 houses has a Ring camera nowadays, street cameras, business cameras, you gonna get busted. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of time. And like one police officer told me when they busted me the first time, he's like, you had a good run. We didn't know you was doing nothing. But you can get away with it 1,000 times. We only got to catch you once.
Yeah.
Real shit.
And like I said, let's say it was one thing that prison taught you that sticks with you for the rest of your life.
One main thing. I always be a man no matter what the circumstance is. Stand on your word. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. If you're not gonna do it, don't sign yourself up for it.
Right. So again, back to the issues that we have today in the streets. Would you say a lot of these young men, because even with us growing up, we was raised by our mothers. Would you say a lot of these young men were raised by their mothers?
A lot of them were raised by their mamas, but it's one slight difference that we had. Being, I don't know what generation you are. Well, I'm Generation X. I'm pretty much around the last generation where a mother would never talk bad about your daddy in front of you.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Daddy still come to the house, and whether daddy got money or not, daddy could still come by the house and come see you. She's gonna use daddy as the weapon against you that he's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't understand. It's in our genetic code that when daddy talk, we listen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It goes through your bones. All of that can be weaned out of you over the course of years. If mama don't respect daddy, why should I respect him?
Ooh.
So that's the one I gotta listen to.
Right. So you think nowadays a lot of the mothers are talking bad about father in front of the children, which changes the mindset of the children?
Do I think it? I know it. I live it firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
I have four daughters of mine, and it's like pulling sticks to get them to even understand that I'm your daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's apples to oranges from the way I was raised. My daddy said something, me and my brother, didn't matter what the fuck we was doing. Okay.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have to say much. I got my eye on you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother probably got about 4 good whoopings from him.
That's all you needed.
We both get it because he ain't giving one of us. If one of us got in trouble, we both got it.
Oh.
So we learned pretty quick that, if we're going to do some shit, we ride together, die together.
Yeah.
Bad brothers for life.
Well, what is it about today's fathers that they're missing that the fathers back then, like your father, had, they had then? What are we missing now?
Daddy had some authority. That's the main thing. The main thing is daddy had authority. So mama respected daddy. So if mama respects daddy, the child is automatically going to respect daddy because mama is the foundation.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of broken foundations trying to build 2-story houses on and wonder why the roof cave in. Ooh. So the lack of respect moms has for dad causes the
big rift. Me and my mama talk about it all the time because she sees it and she sees what I be saying as far as my positions on a lot of stuff. The mistakes maybe that she made that she could have done a little bit different of, because my daddy was her first love. Both me and my sister about my daddy, and we 8 years apart. So she wasn't trying to spread herself between 30 niggas.
Mm-hmm.
But you got Tiandre got a different daddy. Tammy got a different daddy. Mm-hmm. Nicole got a different daddy. Johnny got a different daddy. All in the same house?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's supposed to work?
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to work.
So you said you were speaking to your mom, and your mom actually, she states her faults to you and so forth. Do you think these women today can handle accountability?
Except none.
So almost none.
Zero. It's always his fault.
Mm-hmm.
But they neglect to understand that you give birth. Half the babies that women in general give birth to are boys.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talking about that boy, that's somebody's son.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who broke him? If he was raised by his mama and he's been dating women, he ain't gay. So who broke him?
Mm-hmm. So you think the first toxic relationship for any boy might be his mama?
Man, the first... You see, you went a little deeper than me. I was gonna say that first heartbreak to tear a man down and make him tap the next 10 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't heal the same. We don't have no emotional. How do I say? We don't have no emotional backup. Mm-hmm. We got plenty of backup for the fight and the war. We ain't got no emotional backup, man. I'm not coming to you like, I don't know what's going on. We're not doing that. We're gonna be like, man, this motherfucking bitch did this bullshit. you gonna be like, nigga, fuck that hoe.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
get you another one. And and they don't understand how we think. If they understood how we think and actually respected it, they wouldn't do half the fuck shit they do, and we wouldn't do half the fuck shit we did because we wouldn't even be able to get to them if they're not accepting it. Mm-hmm. If they're not doing it, they're not gonna accept it. If they're doing it, they're gonna accept it.
So speaking of emotions, do you think it's wise for a man to be emotional? Okay, I don't want to say emotional, but
around a female?
be vulnerable to his woman.
Fuck no, not now.
Now why?
It's gonna get weaponized.
Ooh, okay.
That's gonna be used as a Scud missile. She gonna bomb your shit up immediately. The minute you piss off, you can kiss it goodbye. That's the worst betrayal ever. Because at the end of the day, that's really the only thing that you got that you can really hurt me on. Because we grow up cutting on each other all day. So, female talking shit, telling us this, that, and the third. We like, bitch. It's like more like an annoyance, like a fly or mosquito. It's just like when they argue with us, like they can whoop us. It's like I'm not trying to fight you. I'm not gonna fight you. Like you won the argument. And that's still. But that's also why white men kill their goddamn wives. You know what I'm saying? We're less likely to do things like that because that's really not in our nature ever. It's not in the black man's nature to be vile to their women. We've never had that power. We never had that power here for damn sure, and we never exercised the power like that when we were there.
So would you say that when we do have these issues or any emotional issues or anything like that, we should go to our homeboys rather than, like I said, our women?
At the end of the day, spend some time by your damn self. Learn how to think. Learn how to be in your own fortress of solitude, and just sit alone with your thoughts sometimes. You gotta understand, like, solitude was prescribed to. If you read any religious book, every great prophet, king, or anything in any religious book, spend a time of solitude. Moses spent 40 days in the mountain. Jesus spent 40 days in the wilderness. It's prescribed. And after they came out, they was what? On their best shit. The male mind is a logical thing. So dealing with emotions is strictly not a logical process. It slows you down from being able to react to the world. That's what makes us better protectors and providers, because we process information straight to the point. Right or wrong, true or false. It doesn't filter through our emotions first. That's an estrogen thing.
So why do you think it is that men and women have such a disconnect? We don't understand each other.
Well, hell, part of it because that was the whole thing of picking mates was outlawed to be taught to slaves. Literally was a law. And we don't have big mamas and big daddies at the house telling us, because my mama, she never caught her ass whooping. You know why? Because her brother took him for her. Why? Why would he do that? Because he had Big Daddy telling him, you always protect your sister at all costs. She see her brother get whooped, she still feels the pain without feeling the pain. You get what I'm saying? So it was taught, and we understood the differences between men and women. We got sold out for a check. Welfare. They got to tell them, hey, we don't want no men in the house. A couple of seasons of that and feminism, and this is where we at.
Yeah. So do you think that us not being in the household, like you said, with Section 8 and all these things, welfare,
that provided the extra rock in the puddle, because You gotta understand at the time in the '60s, when all that started, we were married at 75%, 3 out of 4.
Oh, okay.
So 50, 60 years ago, we didn't drop the point every year since. So once they give us our civil rights, let's backdoor and say, we're going to fight for women's rights, and we're going to bring you black women in. We're not going to do nothing for you, but we want you to fight for us.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that feminism brainwashed the black woman?
Yeah, because Miffy took her ass home and took care of Dan. Keisha went home and beat Tyrone ass verbally. You know what I'm saying? He got no breaks. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's you see it now. I mean, how often do you see a 4'1" chick talking to a nigga 8'6" like he's the bitch?
Oh, often, very often.
You know what I'm saying? You'll see it in Popeyes or Walmart. You just be like, you ain't thought that through at all. Not even a man to do some shit like that. Like a 4'1" man is still like, yeah, I ain't fucking with that nigga unless I got to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He might not be no girl about the situation. He might will fight them up, but he ain't gonna be like, nah, I'm just not gonna press that shit.
He gonna think logically about it.
It's gonna be a logical thought process. But our women will never respect us as long as they got another man they can call on us.
Mm. And when you say another man they can call on us, you mean the
white
cops?
Man, the police, the government.
Mm-hmm.
How can you respect? You can't respect a man to lead you if you got somebody that you can call on your leader to tell on.
Ooh. Boy, he dropping jewels up in here, y'all. Okay.
I mean, you just can't. It's just a common fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get in a relationship, like, say me for example. Me for example, I make a pretty good amount of money. Mm-hmm. What would it look like for somebody that's making 3 or 4 times less than I make to come in and control the relationship?
It doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make any sense. That's like Murph Burger trying to tell McDonald's how to sell hamburgers. Mm-hmm. Like, you're failing.
But why do they have that mindset that they can?
Because they think that everything is supposed to be happy wife, happy life. And in a way, who told you you're supposed to be happy though? It ain't about happiness. It's about us having a job to do. We have a job to. If we made a kid together, we have a job to raise a kid. Now, even if we're not together, we still have a job where we have to band together. Even if we got to play good cop, bad cop, we need to be on the same team against that one. Mm-hmm. Against it, but for it. Because you give the child the proper materials, proper thought processes, proper morals, proper inspiration to go out and live after you're gone. You can't be sitting around here trying to be your goddamn child's friend. Mm-hmm. I worry about being my child's friend when they can take care of themselves. When they can take care of themselves, then we can start. Y'all can cuss around me. We can act like using the adult now. Mm-hmm. But until then, you still my goddamn child. Mm-hmm. You got to call me and ask me to help pay your bill or some shit like that. You my child. And if I know that you out fucking off, I'm not helping you pay no bills after you become, when you become an adult. When I told my children, I said, look, when you're 21, don't call me. That's not saying that I'm not gonna be there for you if you really need me, but if your ass is fucking up and you call me, you can hang that up.
Straight up, okay. Now you had spoke about money earlier, the big money. I want to ask you this: what is it about the mindset of the woman with the big money where she messed up at?
Well, you gotta understand it. To make a lot of money, it takes a lot of mental energy, diligence, discipline, and focus. You know what I'm saying? And that is not really a feminine trait at all. Mm-hmm. When a woman makes money like that, she doesn't know how to cut that shit off. Mm-hmm. So she's gonna come home and talk to you like you her employee. Mm. I want to have some say so. Like, look here, man. This is not a driver's ed car. Ain't no brake over there. Ain't no steering wheel. Read the map. Sit and chill. Relax. Otherwise, go pick somebody the fuck else. If you ain't confident in my leadership, get the fuck out of my face. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can tell a tree by the fruit it bears, and my tree got a motherfucking all grapefruits, apples, oranges. You know what I'm saying? My shit's great right now. My shit's been great for a while because I stay on my shit. Mm-hmm. That requires a high level of discipline to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get up every morning, go to the gym, go to work until the work is done. You know, you see, sometimes I'll be there 10, 11, 12, 2 o'clock in the morning. Then you got mothers that I've dated to be like, oh, wait, you don't never want to take no time off. Time off? We didn't just go on a trip 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. We don't need to go somewhere every goddamn month. When it's time to make money, we got to sit down and grind. Ain't going to be able to do it forever. Mm-hmm. Now, one of them days, Paul might be riding around the coolest chair in town. You know, you see the motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? One day, them legs might not work the same. Mm-hmm. You only got one life to live, so you work like a squirrel.
What do you mean by that?
Because when it ain't no acorns on them goddamn trees, you still got to eat, right?
Yep.
All right, then.
So, why do you think women don't make good leaders?
Because everything's based with emotions on women. Because women are built here. Women are specifically designed to help you get to where you're at, but also mainly for the children. They're wired for children and people. Mm-hmm. When you're wired for children and people, you're wired to lead groups of, you know what I'm saying, small groups. You can't lead. You can lead. Don't get me wrong. There's always going to be exceptions to the rules. Don't get that twisted. There's always exceptions to the rules, but everybody that went to high school didn't graduate first, second, third in their class. Everybody's trying to fucking lead. Even the C student, D student. Like, don't forget where the fuck you stood. You graduated on the lower quarter of the graduation class. Mm-hmm. You're not a leader. Just because you feel like you can all of a sudden because you're an adult. Well, you're an adult. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Pay your bills. Do what you're supposed to do. But there ain't no honorable mention trophies.
You know, I was thinking to myself, how does a woman keep that balance of maintaining herself, being, you know, having a job and being able to have her household, you know, this is before she meets her man and so forth, mm-hmm. and not getting lost and wanting to become, having that independent woman mindset? Like, how do they keep that balance? Where is that balance?
Yeah, just be a woman. For one, if you think about this, back when we was in school, and say, you know how girls are. Girls pick on each other. Mm-hmm. The girl that was small and soft and nice and sweet, the guys would protect. Mm. That big burly bitch that used to always talk shit to everybody, we let her get her ass whooped.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because it's naturally in our genetic code to protect the women. We're supposed to protect them. Mm-hmm. But when you show us masculinity, how the fuck am I, as a man, supposed to be attracted to that? That's like if I come to you and I'm wearing a dress and like, yeah, I'm a man. What the fuck you gonna say? What the fuck is the bitch gonna say?
Confusion.
Bitch, you know like, nigga, but you got a dress on. Mm-hmm. She ain't gonna be attracted to that. Mm-hmm. I understand that. How is it that you can't understand? I'm not gonna be attracted to you thinking that thinking you supposed to run me. Mm-hmm. Why would I be attracted to that? Specifically, if you take a man and a woman and you put them together, mm-hmm. same size, same height, same build, same IQ level. Do you think that she can beat him in anything?
No, I mean we see that now with the transgenders.
Not one single solitary thing. We're not equal. You deserve equal rights, but we're not equal. Mm-hmm. Then there's things that you're going to be better than me at. Like I said, y'all are wired for people, so they're better. They are better communicators, honestly. when they want to communicate genuinely. When you trigger them, there ain't no such thing as genuine conversation. Everything's gonna be disingenuous.
So with that being said, do you think that, I remember looking at movies like The Mac and so forth. They were great. Those men were great communicators. Would you say they were tapped into their feminine energy?
But you gotta understand that you talking about pimps. Most pimps will sell that ass if motherfucking coochie ain't selling, brother.
What do you mean by that? Hold on.
I said
they
what I
ass?
said. Yeah.
So then you would say they wasn't. They was deep in the back. They feminine energy bag then.
Yeah, I mean, it
But you laughing at? No, go ahead and say it.
I mean, because I know. There's most. Now, there's of course there are pimps that wouldn't, but there were pimps that actually would sell their ass if the pussy wasn't moving.
Mm-hmm.
Ass gonna always sell because there's always gonna be some old freaky ass nigga that won't fuck some other nigga. And, I'm not, but
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. I ain't with that shit, but I mean, it is what it is. It's teach his own with that, but yeah, I mean, so when you talking about a pimp, for one, that's a man that's living off of women.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a man to me.
Ooh, okay.
I pass on that every time. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers start talking to pimp shit, I be like, yeah, okay. I ain't with it. Just not. It's not the man I aspire to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so why do men make great leaders?
Men make great leaders because they can make the hard decisions. Think about this. 1,000 years ago, we running across the Serengeti. Our tribe is being chased by a pack of lions.
Mm-hmm.
My mama's got a gimp leg. She's the tribe elder. I'm looking at my wife and my kids and the other tribes and their wives and kids, and everybody's running. They looking to me for answers on what we gonna do about my mama with this gimp leg. Mama, I'm sorry. I have to leave you behind.
So they make the tough decision.
You're gonna have to slow this down. Now, I'll cry when I get over this hill. I get my people across this plains. But let that have been a woman leader. And her mama got the gimp leg. We're gonna lose our leader and our elder at the same goddamn time.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she gonna be like, no, mama, I can't. You ain't gonna be able to pull her away from her.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna happen. It just is what it is. I mean, we can make the harder decisions and we can make them faster because our emotions are not tied up in how we think about it.
Mm-hmm. I was listening to Fresh and Fit, and he was saying that, they were saying that women value experience when it comes to the mate, and men value inexperience when it comes to the mate.
Yeah, I mean, the reason that men value the inexperienced part is because she's more open to learning you and she's easier to get on your program. You gotta understand, the older you get, the more ingrained you get in habit. All human beings are creatures of habit. Men specifically, damn near, once we hit about 25, 30 years old, we're going to do the same shit we doing every day.
Mm-hmm.
Women also. So that's how a lot of them get stuck with that independent mindset because they've been independent by themselves so goddamn long, they don't know how to say, you know what, let me back up and let him handle this.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll get in the way of their own relationship.
Do you think that
not even realizing that they emasculating their man by doing so?
Do you think these women's independence is our fault?
Nigga, we was in shackles with them.
I'm talking about today.
We was in shackles with them. They ain't never. You understand? Black males, as a whole, we've taken back our power from the white man. You know? Hell, I ain't been pulled over in 5 years, and when I do talk to police, they talk to me with respect now. It's not nothing like I remember in high school. Our women won't give back the power that the white man gave them that they took from us. They won't. They like holding on to this motherfucker like tooth and nail. Like we're the only race of people on this planet that doesn't cherish the men more than the women. And that's why we're losing.
So what's an example of some of the things that they don't want to let go? Is child support one of them?
The child support is kind of a moot issue, because if you make a baby, you should take care of the baby. Mm-hmm. I believe that 100%. Of course, every now and then I'll joke and I'll say, well, shit, if you got the right to motherfucking kill that motherfucker or abort or give it up for adoption, I should have the option of being able to walk away, which is only fair.
Correct.
But it's not a body quality, it's about she quality. So the child support thing, that has nothing, because we are just as responsible when we make a baby as they are. The only thing is they have all the choice. That's one of the reasons. That's one of the problems, is because like you have all the choice, and you give us back none. No, we have no choice, but we got to take all the responsibility.
Yeah, but isn't that part of being the man? Ain't that like almost a definition of the man?
What?
Having no choice but having all the responsibility.
No, if I got responsibility, I have authority.
Right.
You can't expect me to be responsible for something I don't have say so. Mm-hmm. It's not fair. That's not being a man. It's being a motherfucking simp. They turn us into, that's basically kind of a woman's way of locking you into being her bitch. Mm. And that's what they use it. That's a lot of times what they use it for. It's like, oh, well, I can't get him, but all right, he gonna have to deal with me for next 18 years. Mm-hmm. I'll make his life hell. You got them. You got, I'll take your child and we'll move across states and you won't ever see this mug again. You got them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Which ironically is the saddest thing is when they run across that one nigga, they be like, you know what, bitch, neither one of us gonna raise this motherfucker. Mm. And then everybody wanna be like, oh, he shouldn't have done her like that. Well, she shouldn't have done him like that. Mm-hmm. You got to kind of see it both ways, but nobody wants to see it both ways when something bad happens to their ass for doing some fucked up shit. That's because they're not used to, like for us, we grow up fighting, earning our respect. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You do something to me, nigga, we might have to fight. Mm-hmm. I do something to you, I might have to fight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so we, at some point, we learn to respect each other. Men do. Mm-hmm. When are women fighting every goddamn day? They might argue every day, but ain't a goddamn finger gonna be flicked. Not women. Mm-hmm. Now, you got some of these thug bitches out here. Yeah. They might stick your motherfucking ass, $150 or something. But it's not the way they're raised. It's not. That's not how they come into their being.
So I want to ask you this. I want to bring this to you and tell me what you think.
Oh shit.
So. Men have sex zones and women have friend zones. What do you think some of the things that put you into that friend zone with women and some of the things that put these women into that sex zone with men?
For women, women, it's a cold game, because for them, putting a man into a friend zone is beneficial to them. Mm-hmm. They got somebody they can call that can come fix the plumbing, change the tire, change the oil. They get all kinds of male goddamn
privilege
and privileges. Yeah. And you get to sit around and watch her fuck Tom, Harry, Jimmy, and everybody else while you waiting your turn.
You just double dutch.
Like, come on, bitch, boy.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I'm gonna shoulder the crown so I can be a dick to ride on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what niggas sit around and do. And it's funny thing is that most girls don't even realize the dudes be doing that shit. Now, as far as guys having sex zones. A guy has a sex zone because you have a fucking physical, biological need.
Okay.
365 days of the year, your body is pumping that shit into your prostate. Mm-hmm. You got to repel it because your body sees it as a foreign substance.
When you say that, are you talking about testosterone? What are you talking
about? Sperm, nigga. Sperm. Okay. Sperm, okay. Semen. Okay. The wet stuff. Splash zone. But your body's making that, and you have to be able to get rid of it. And after a while, Hannah gets a little old, so you do tend to have those sexual relationships that you keep that is just like, I like her, but not like that. Mm-hmm. Or maybe you're just not, for us, man, being alone doesn't bother us like that. Outside of when we want to fuck. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we just want to be alone. We just need to be able to say, you know what, nah, I don't want to be bothered today. I'm going home, going to sleep. If you're in a relationship, you can't do that all the time. Somebody's going to be, oh, but I want to see you. You're like, You know what I'm saying? All right, come over. You know what I'm saying? Just like, so I haven't really experienced that the sex zone per se. Anybody that I feel like I would have sex with, I would have a relationship with if I wanted a relationship. It's not, so I don't really zone them I don't really zone. But I get where you're going with that. I know
because there's some things. I can see some things that can cause you to be in the sex zone. You know what I'm saying? It could be that masculine thing you was talking about.
No, that masculine thing. You about 2 or 3 times and bye-bye. For me, shit. I'm just gonna hit that ass just to show you I can get it. And then burn the fuck out. Fuck that. You masculine? Nah. You keep that energy. I'm not gonna be arguing with you over no steak dinners. That's what I like to eat. Okay. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the type that's gonna take you no more. Oh, maybe meet me up at Chili's. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's go have a drink at Bentley's. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. That ain't how I do things. So, or I cook for you. You know what I'm saying? So, it's funny. Well, because I'm such a misogynist on Facebook. But like, it's crazy because I've never had a girlfriend to cook more for me than I cook for them. Now, granted, if I married your ass, you're going to have to cook more than me. I'm going to cook. Because I cook special shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So, because I can cook. But I've never treated a woman as less than. So, that's not the way my mama raised me. That's not my thought process. It's not nothing I want to do in life to nobody. I got, like I said, I got 4 daughters. I got 4 girls. And I teach them the game as much as hopefully they absorb. 2 of them, they're over 20, no kids. Like I told them, I said, you bring grandpa a kid before you 22, you gonna babysit him. I'm not doing that. You hang it up. Yeah, my mama had me at 22. I had my first one at 22. So you navigate that pretty good. You'll have a babysitter whenever you need one. Yeah, I'll go ahead and stay at home, watch the grandkids, but. Bring me one home before 20. Make me a grandpa before you 22. You're gonna have a problem. It's just certain little small things I've instilled in them, but it's a fight. It's a fight.
Why do you think that women love harder than men?
Honestly, you really want my honest opinion?
Honestly,
I don't think they do.
Okay, break that down for me.
Chris Rock said.
I know where you're going. Go ahead. Go ahead, preach, brother.
Chris Rock said it best. He said, a man is only loved under conditions that he provides something. Only thing loved unconditionally by women is their kids. Like, the last woman that's gonna love you unconditionally is your mama, because she loves you for your survival. Women love you for their survival and the survival of their offspring, not for your ass.
So then you think we love harder then?
I know we do. You gotta understand. See, like a lot of times they have this. Most women nowadays have this pure disdain for submission.
Yeah, so you say
they hate to hear the word submission.
The word,
and they don't even understand that from the day you took her out, you submitted to her. Case in point. Say you take out, somebody walks up and a guy walks up and just grabs her by the pussy. What you gonna do?
Oh no, you gotta step in.
First day. So from day one, I'm willing to die for your motherfucking ass. So I done gave you the biggest submission that anybody can give. I'm willing to die for you. And you don't recognize that you should be able to say, you know what? I'm going to submit to what he got going on because, hell, if he checks off all of these boxes, I should be able to just say, you know what? I'm going to get on his program.
What's so scary about the word submit? Submit. What's so
Feminism.
Scary?
Feminism made that a bad word.
Okay.
Because they talked all that bullshit and then went home, sucked Ted's dick, and gave him an option of whether he wanted to go to sleep in the study or was he going to bed with her at night. But they told Keisha that. Keisha went home and told Tyrone, nigga, you need to. And that's where it went.
They seem to compare submit with slave. Why?
I don't understand that one. Where does it become? Where is it? Where is saying, you know what? I'm on this football team, and we have a captain. Don't all the players submit to the captain?
To the captain, sure do.
We're working towards a goal.
Correct.
That don't sound like slavery.
Yeah. This is very much so true. This is very much so. That's funny, man. I don't get it. When you break up with a woman, do you break up with her family too? Or vice versa, when the woman breaks up with the man?
Honestly, for me, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not dealing with. If I break up with you and I start dealing with somebody else, I can't fuck with you. That's not the way. That's not. I don't like. If I'm in a relationship, I'm not dealing with nobody else. But for the most part, man, most of my exes, we still cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll still be, hey, Ken, you think you can change my oil for me or some shit like that? Hey, man, I got you.
Is that still cool when you have a woman?
If I have a woman, no, I ain't gonna play that game. I don't play that games. I don't play them games. I mean, if I got a woman, hell, I see you in passing. If I see you in passing, I know you're okay. I'm good on that. But if I ain't got a woman, I call out my exes. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I treat them well, so it ain't like it's a bad thing. Now, motherfucker can't be put on the motherfucking block list.
Are relationships about picking the lesser of two evils? Well, I'm gonna give you more of a breakdown of what I mean by that. So the issue with my last girl may have been this, and that, nagging, this, and that, right? But with this new girl, she may not do none of those things, but she has this other issue. Is it about picking the lesser of two evils when it comes to a relationship?
It really has nothing to do with the lesser of two evils. You gotta understand, everybody's gonna have issues. Everybody's gonna have different quirks and different issues about them, where some you might like and some you might not like. It's about for me. It's about finding somebody that's loyal to me, that's basically down with what the fuck I got going on, and not going somebody I can trust. If I can trust you, I can fuck with you. If I can't trust you, I'm not gonna have you around me at all.
Is loyalty the same between a man and a woman?
I don't think so.
Okay. Break it down.
Women equate loyalty with monogamy.
Yes, they do. Okay, talk to me.
And the problem with that is, if you know a man's biological setup, remember 365 days.
Yeah, a lot of women out.
They don't even understand that,
or they don't want
to. No, it's not even so much that.
Because what they gonna say though is, we want to have sex too. Y'all ain't the only ones.
Well, and then I got a headache, bitch. I got a cold. Let me tell you something. I was a biology major, sex releases endorphins that heals all of that shit. At least for the time that we having sex. Mm-hmm. Like even when I'm having an allergy attack. If I have sex, it's like my nose dries up. Everything's fine while we have sex. Soon as the motherfucking post nut clarity kicks in, damn. You know what I'm saying? But and that's just what people don't like to understand the nature. Mm-hmm. Male nature, female nature. They don't want to understand both.
Okay.
So women know everything about themselves. Most of them don't know shit about us. They don't understand. They don't know. And hell, honestly, I didn't know this until my freshman year in biology, in college. Professor comes in. He said, "Hey, went to Morehouse my freshman year. We go in there. You know, so it's all boys in the goddamn biology because Morehouse is all men's college." Mm-hmm. And he says, y'all jack off? Everybody laughed. You know what I'm saying? You know, some people raised their hands, some people didn't. You're like, well, let me tell y'all what. All of y'all need to be jacking off regularly. If you ain't got a girlfriend, you need to be jacking off. Mm-hmm. And everybody looking like, what the fuck? What is the professor crazy motherfucker, right? He said, well, I'm going to tell y'all this. Every man on this planet, if he lives long enough, will get prostate cancer. Mm-hmm. Huh? Well, semen is a carcinogen. That's why it's expelled from the body. If you notice, every bodily fluid in your body that's a waste is expelled. Mm-hmm. Tears have sodium, salt, and stuff in them. Saliva, mucus, and all that stuff that comes out. Earwax, shit, piss. You know, the usual suspects. All of those fluids that are. You have natural periods of whether your body will purge itself of those. Mucus sometimes will come out in your crap.
So is this why we have wet dreams?
Yeah, you're supposed to Google it. A man is supposed to ejaculate 18 to 21 times a month to stave off having prostate cancer.
What?
18 to 21 times a month. Ironically, this leaves 7 days for a woman to have a period and clear it.
Whoa.
So a man can be with one woman, but is she gonna be strict to her duties? See, what I tell a girl, like if I'm dating her, I'll be like, look, I'm gonna tell you what, you want monogamy, you better be ready for some pornography.
Okay.
Make this shit motherfucking exciting. Mm-hmm. And give it to me all whenever I want it, and whenever you want it, get it. Mm-hmm. If we together and you want monogamy, that's your job. Mm. That's my price. The price of my monogamy is you fucking me regularly. Mm. Handle your business. Otherwise, don't ask me for that because I wasn't designed to do that. A man is designed to make multiple babies a day, 365 days a year. Mm-hmm. You can make one every 9 months. Mm. So them asking for monogamy is because it behooves them to be monogamous. Mm-hmm. If you're carrying a baby 9 goddamn months. Mm-hmm. So they try to look at it as we're the same animal and we're not.
Right.
But, you know, occasionally you'll run across a woman that understands that we're not the same and y'all kind of coexist there too. Mm-hmm. Just depends.
Well, you gonna kick some knowledge, boy, tonight. Do you think a man has to be rich in order to get that woman to submit?
Hell nah. The brokest niggas get women to submit.
Do you think that man has to be rich to get that woman to accept him cheating?
Nope. The brokest niggas do that too.
They surely do, don't they?
I'm gonna tell you. See, this is the thing. This is the difference. When you ask me about do we love harder than they do or whatever. With a woman, you better make sure she lusts for you.
Okay.
If you not like the last 5, if you not nothing like your swag ain't like them, your dick size ain't like them, your money ain't like theirs. Mm-hmm. Be careful. you're the one that she's settling for. The one she wanted is the ones that she was getting. She just
couldn't keep them. Okay,
she just couldn't keep them.
She just couldn't keep them. Because they say that women always want a man that's better than them.
Nah, it has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
I mean, they always want a man. They want female dating strategies is more of a genetic thing. Male and female genetic strategy. Right. It's more of a genetic thing. A woman wants the best provider she can get.
Best provider. Okay.
The strongest warrior. You know what I'm talking about? She wants the strongest warrior, best provider, basically the most masculine man she can get. Unfortunately, under the feminist mindset, they fuck that up once they get in a relationship. Because that's when they're going to start to turn you into a beta. Because why? Because the beta does every fucking thing that she wants him to do. Mm-hmm. That masculine motherfucker's going to be able to tell her, no, this is how we doing this. Mm-hmm. They want that, but they also want to be able to tell you what to do. Mm-hmm. They want to be able to change that guy into this guy. Mm-hmm. You see it all the time. I mean, I see it all the time. It's funny to me, especially like earlier today, I had a chick arguing with me in the comments. I'm like, man, ain't you married, boo-boo? There's no way I'm going to be with a woman and she's arguing on Facebook with another man. That does one or two things. Okay. You either put me in some shit or it shows me that you like that motherfucker more than you like me.
Who do you think has a bigger ego, men or women?
Ego is a masculine thing. You gotta understand that. So, for a woman to have an ego, she has to be in her masculinity. Honestly, I wouldn't even call it ego for them. As far as like when you talking about when you say who has the bigger ego, with them it's just desires. Feminine desires are. There's an old song called "Insatiable." I think it was Prince. Was it Prince? Insatiable. You know what insatiable means, right?
Like ongoing
just can't be satisfied. They always want. They always fantasize. That's the female mind. But that also is what drives us. That's what inspires us to do the things that we do. Mm-hmm. If women had to invent the plane, we'd still be walking. Because women would have seen that first bitch go over the cliff, crash and burn, and said, "You know what, bitch? Fuck this." Only us is gonna be like, you know what? I sure want Lolita to be able to fly to California next year. Mm-hmm. Let me figure this plane shit out. We don't know. I can do it better than Jeffrey did. You know what I'm saying? After Jeffrey crashed, I can beat Tyrone. So I mean, we'll figure this out.
Is it possible we both have egos, but they work differently?
It's not necessarily an ego for them. Like, you gotta understand, women were designed to be our helpmate. Okay. It's just when you add feminism into the subject, that's when you just completely throw everything off kilter. You throw a monkey wrench in the machine. The machine doesn't work now. That's why motherfuckers ain't really getting dates no more. Motherfuckers getting, hey, you want to come over watch some Netflix and chill? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know, before, hell, everybody was always taking girls out on dates. That's what you knew that's what you waiting on your check. You waiting on your check, man, babe. I get my check Friday. You want to go out? You know what I'm saying? You just ready to set it up. Now motherfuckers ain't getting dates because they've killed the romance trying to be our bros. Biggest turn off for me is to hear a chick talking like a dude. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I've been to New York. I done heard bitches tell niggas, "Suck my dick, nigga." Like, damn. Mm-hmm. That was gangster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was some real gangster shit. Like, yeah, bitch, no. I never talk to you. I wouldn't even dare. I wouldn't even dare. And I'm pretty goddamn bold, but fuck that. You know, it just is what it is, man. I mean, you know, what can you do about it? It's not a whole lot you can do if they don't feel if they don't realize that it's not us against them. It's supposed to be us working together.
It's not us against them. It's supposed to be us working together. Whoo, my guy. Kenneth Baker, y'all. Okay. Got his business. What's the business again?
Positive and Negative.
Positive and Negative.
Hard Pill to Swallow podcast coming soon.
Hey, Hey.
We're going to have Mondays with Mama so y'all can call in and talk to my mama.
Oh, word?
So y'all can ask questions.
Not only is he a hard-working man, but this man can cook. He has some of the best banana pudding. Y'all.
There you go.
I'm telling you, he got some of the best banana. What else is your specialty, Mr. Chef? Because you can purchase it. You can purchase that banana pudding. What else? What else specialty can they get? Cakes?
Huh?
What else special can they get from you?
Cooking wise, bacon wise,
bacon cooking, whatever.
You can get anything. Bacon. I ain't doing no cooking. I did plates for a while.
Uh-huh.
I was doing old soul food dishes and stuff like that. But I cook too rich to be trying to sell that shit, man. I wasn't making no goddamn money. I'm using real butter and shit. These motherfuckers be cutting corners when they sell plates. I don't cut corners.
Yeah. Would you consider? So say somebody's listening to this and they hear you, and they hear me saying that you legit in the kitchen. What if they came to you and say, "Hey, my woman's birthday is coming up. I want to pay you to make us a meal." Would you consider it?
Yeah, depending on how many people. If it's too many.
No, it's gonna be him and her.
Oh, him and her. Yeah, I'll probably do some shit. I'd do something like that because I like to see people in love. Like when my homeboys are dating and stuff, I'm not one of them motherfuckers. Nigga, you need to leave that bitch. You need to cheat on her. You know, I'd be like, man, nah, take your ass home, nigga. That's just the type of person I am.
You know, just the back step with you saying that.
Now, I also ain't gonna hold back if that bitch ain't shit. I'm gonna tell him, nigga, that bitch ain't shit.
How important is it to have friends like that? That kind of exactly how you said. You know what I'm saying? That
men typically don't do that to each other. Like, it's typically girls is the ones. Like, if you a guy and you listening to this and you dating a chick and her friends don't like you, just go ahead and
pack it up.
Just go ahead and go home. Because in a situation where it's like that, if she's not willing to say, you know what, fuck my friends, I'm not even gonna kick it with them while I'm fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop talking to them completely while I'm talking to you. That's just like her having male friends.
You know, I got one more for you.
They gonna sway that whole conversation.
If a woman tells you what she wants, should you do the opposite?
No, not me. That's one of the things where you got to take it into judgment. You got to be able to think about that. You know what I'm saying? It's certain. You know what things your woman really needs that she wants. You know what I'm saying? That's a difference. As far as her needs, you really need to take care of that. That's just.
Why is it that a lot of women don't know what they want? They say one thing, honesty, and then you give them that honesty, and they're like, "Whoa," you know what I'm saying?
Most people don't want honesty because truth hurts. Most people are not ready to take that pain. Biggest damn thing that was ever told to me. Judge told me I got a tattoo on my arm. To whom much is given, much is expected. That's the definition of accountability right there.
Well, y'all, our time is up. This man was spitting some cold knives. Where can they find you? Social medias real quick, man.
My Facebook is Kenneth Baker. My YouTube is Hard Pill to Swallow. And Instagram is Tentmaster2K23.
Man, y'all heard it here. When you get this podcast going, I'm definitely tuning in, man. I'm definitely tuning in. 'Cause I got to hear more.
You gonna have to come get on.
Oh, for sure.
Put you on a panel with about 3 females so everybody can be arguing.
Yeah,
that's all it's gonna be is an argue fest. Because accountability is a woman's kryptonite.
Accountability is a woman's kryptonite.
Not all women. Now, some
of course,
it's I know some that sit and be like, man, you ain't told no lies. You threw a rock and that dog got hit, and was yeah. Like, hey, it ain't intentional, y'all. It ain't intentional.
Yo,
except for you harpies that be coming after me. It's intentional.
I heard that.
It's intentional.
Yo, y'all know y'all can catch us, man. Of course, on the YouTube Radioactive Podcast, on the Facebook Radioactive Podcast, Instagram Radioactive_podcast, man. This is Radioactive Podcast.